welcome to Nationwide, to Connolly Station in Dublin and RTE Big Music Week. For 1 week only, this train beside me is transformed into a musical magnet, attracting every sort of musician and music lover around the country. With such a wealth of music talent on board, it radiates a form of music electricity wherever it goes, creating impromptu sessions, concerts, workshops and parades in its wake.
We managed to borrow a train, a 3-carriage train from Irish Rail, so they've been very good. We've decked out. One carriage is completely just a recording studio, so we have all the artists. We'll have 150 during the week. They're going in to record songs. We can hear them back on the schedule. Then we've got actually entertainment going on here for the public who have come on and off the train. When we stop off at the station, we might have like a parade or a station session. It might be like a smaller pop-up event. We have kind of gigs in the evening time, which are kind of going out on radio, but they're also kind of paid benefit gigs for Native Bernardo. So it is a huge undertaking.
Rip! Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. For Yakizaki wants some seafood, mama. Shrimps and rice, they're very nice. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. For Yakizaki wants some seafood.
Sing songs from the 1940s, Andrew Sisters, World War II. And the war was a time of romance and rationing. There was very little gas, so people travelled by train a lot. It was also there was a lot of romance on trains as well, with the boys partying, going to war and coming back. So yes, that's why a lot of our songs are based on trains. We haven't sung exactly like this. Sometimes we do break into song impromptu little spots in powder rooms when we're getting ready to do a performance.
What attracted me to it really was the whole fact that, you know, I loved the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour when they did it, and I kind of went, this is a bit of a revisit of that kind of concept. So you never quite know what's going to happen, you know.
It's not too choreographed, the feel of it here. I mean, there's people singing up and down
totally
the corridor.
unchoreographed. And I mean, that's the way I like it. I like stuff that's unrehearsed, you know, it comes across more real.
Smile. Thank you.
We're looking forward to the day out. So far, we're having a great day out. It was explained on the radio what it'd be, and it sounded really good. And we knew we'd see people that we are fond of from RTE and so on.
Absolutely brilliant. I've met all the Paul Brady and Luca Broom and the Bugle Babes. We're only on it like so long, and I've met so many people enjoying it totally. And there's still loads to see and do.
We've just arrived at our first stop on the big music train, and it's Newbridge in County Kildare. And judging by the look of welcome on those children out there, I'd say we have a nice morning in store.
The great thing about Newbridge is the way people are positive when you ask them to do anything to do with celebration, and no refusals, total positivity.
Well, you've made it happen to make it look very, very smooth. No hitches along the way?
No, not really, no. And why should it be?
In 1960, Sister Michael would have put a triangle in my hand and said, off you go, and we'd parade around the town for every event that was happening. And to arrive back in Newbridge on a day like this, so many years after I was born here and grew up here and went to school here, and see this crowd turn out. I have a huge connection with this town. My sister Terry still lives here. I visit it at every opportunity. Hi, Lewin. And I can't wait to come back and meet my people, because this is my tribe.
The light that shines within you. Come on.
And when you're going back to your hometown, sure, why not take your brother along with you?
It's just been a celebration this morning of to hear so many young people singing songs they've written themselves, and to see so many happy faces. I mean, I started singing as a small boy here. I sang in the choir, in the school choir. I sang in the choir down the road in Newbridge College. I sang in musicals up the town, in the Palace Cinema, in the Sands Picture House in the Curragh. It all started from me here. Donald Lunny taught me how to play the guitar up the back of the barracks. Sister Michael taught me how to play the piano. You know, it all started here.
Newbridge, deep down, it's where I come from.
Yeah, but it's great to come back and kind of give a little bit back from the place where you got everything, you know. In the distant land.
We're at the Patricians Boys Secondary School in Newbridge in County Kildare, Celine, and it's fair to say that you're a local girl.
Absolutely. We're here today in Newbridge, and the next local town is Naas, and I'm in a little village in between Naas and Newbridge called Cara, so I'm very much a local and delighted to be part of it.
Well, I found it very hard to sleep last night because we have 840 students in the school, and school was going on as normal for most of those lads today. Our school has a great tradition of school shows. Music is an important part of our curriculum, but to have people like Christy Moore, Luca Bloom, and so many others here today, our past pupils were performing as well. It's an absolute honour, and we were delighted to be part of it.
All aboard! All aboard!
After the concert in Newbridge, it was back on the train for our next destination, Carlow.
This Big Music Week is a fantastic thing. One of the greatest things we have in Ireland, one of the greatest gifts we have in Ireland is music. In all its forms. It's great to be travelling around Ireland to various different places to hear different voices, to hear different accents, and to hear and to collect music as well. It's like that Rolling Thunder Review, isn't it? You take the train, people will join it, people will leave it, and by the time it comes back to Dublin, it'll be in rude good health and in great shape. This is our oral history, really.
For me, it's about getting out in front of around the country to audiences maybe you wouldn't normally get to, and there's lots going on, yeah.
You are a Thai man, and Carlow, it's kind of in your hinterland. Is that fair to say?
I would have spent a lot of. I went to college in Carlow and I partied in Carlow, so yeah, it would be the next town to a Thai.
And what do you make of this big idea behind Big Music Week?
Well, anything that gets Irish music out there and gets you, people get to play all week long, so bands that people wouldn't normally maybe be interested in, they get to see, and you get drawn into different things.
And how did you find performing on the train?
Shaky. It was hard to keep it together, but yeah, it was a bit like I think they're calling me on now, are they? Am I on now? Sorry, I'm on stage now.
Okay, no bother. Thank you very much. We see you.
It's a long way we've come. Still got a long road left to roam.
Unfortunately, I have to leave the music party here in Carlow, but I will be singing all the way home.